Thank you, Gary. If you've ever shopped for a new camera lately, you know how far the technology has advanced. If you've ever swallowed a camera so a doctor can see your entire small intestine, then you have experienced very high technology. Gastroenterologist Erling is here today to tell us about the pill cam. Nice to have you here, Dr. Larson.
Thanks, Paula.
So this is something that probably, I don't know, relatively few people have experienced, although it's been around a while, I guess, huh?
It was FDA approved in 2001. Since then, over 750,000 of these have been swallowed around the world.
And including right here in the Quad Cities.
Including right here in the Quad Cities.
So how often is this used to diagnose something compared to more traditional methods, which would be scopes or...
We do 1 or 2 of these every day, so it's pretty common.
Okay.
But not like the standard endoscopic exams where we'll do 10 to 40 a day.
I want to show the pill first, or the camera, and then we'll show what it shows inside. This is the size of it, which is, you know, I don't know, some people might think that's a large pill. Ooh, look at that. Perfect on the pill cam.
It's about the size of a big vitamin pill. It's very slick. It's actually much easier to swallow than it looks.
And everything, that contains everything that you need to see the pictures we're about to see, including it has its own light source.
It's a miniaturized digital video camera.
That is, it's really unbelievable.
It's got its own lens and light source and antenna so that the pictures that are taken are transmitted to a data recorder you wear on your belt.
Okay.
And then all those images are downloaded to a computer workstation, and we watch the pictures like we're looking at a movie.
All right, and here, let's look at that movie right now. Talk about home movies. Here we go. This is the normal small bowel.
Right. This capsule is used primarily to look at the small intestine, although in the future it's going to be used to look at the colon as well. And right now we also occasionally look at the esophagus with this.
It's that clear. That's amazing.
The camera takes 2 pictures every second. It's got an 8-hour battery life. Takes almost 50,000 pictures that we download onto the computer, and we can view those in series of 2 and 4.
That's the Crohn's disease, when it's showing that that person has that
Crohn's
condition.
disease is an inflammatory disease of the small bowel where you get ulcerations, and that's what we're seeing in that picture there.
Is that color? Are we seeing it looks like it's green.
The yellow-green color comes from the bile produced in your liver that drains into the intestine.
Okay. Now this next shot shows a tumor, which I believe that we can visibly see here.
I think we just passed it. It's the bulge that's coming in and out of the field of view. Some tumors are outside pushing in, some actually are in, and there you can see it on that picture right there.
Who's a candidate for this then, Dr. Larson? Would it be nearly anybody, and does insurance cover it?
Most of the time we're doing it looking for obscure bleeding. Obscure meaning we've looked at the stomach and we've looked at the colon with scopes and we don't have an answer. And then we need to focus on the small intestine, which we can't reach and can't see very well with x-rays. Well, unexplained iron deficiency anemia, Crohn's disease, unexplained malabsorption conditions like celiac disease are where we use it most of the time.
The biology lesson now, you brought your chart in. Let's show. You say most of us don't even know what this area we're talking about here, right?
So the capsule is swallowed, goes down the esophagus, which is the food tube, passes out of the stomach, and most of the images we're interested in are as it's traversing the small intestine, which is here. So we can easily get to the stomach and upper small bowel with our standard endoscopes. We can easily see the colon with our standard colonoscopes, but you've got feet and feet of small bowel that you just can't get to really any other way.
Feet and feet. So this is the insurance question. Did you cover that?
Before we do the test, we work with patients' insurance companies to make sure it's covered. And usually as long as it's a standard indication, there isn't an issue.
And then the part everyone is thinking about, and that is the end result, and that this pill makes its way out.
Right. This is a disposable camera, so it ends up getting flushed down the toilet. But
no problem, right?
But we've got the data on the recorder, and we can. That's what we need. We need the pictures and the information.
And how was this developed? And you have a neat little story about how it first came to be.
Well, there was an Israeli engineer that worked for the Israeli Department of Defense, working on imaging systems for guided missiles. And he took a sabbatical and lived in Boston for a period of time and met an Israeli gastroenterologist. And as they struck up their friendship, they decided that there was an area that they could look at with, if you will, a mini missile that went deep down inside the intestinal tract. And that's really where the idea came from, was from defense guided missile work.
There you go.
And
Dr. Erling Larson and his mini missiles, gastroenterologist associate. What's the name of your business again?
We're at the Center for Digestive Health.
That place.
Yeah,
Yes.
on 53rd near 18th in Bettendorf.
Nice to have you here, my friend.
Paula, thank you.
Thank you so much. That was great. Next time we'll do this live on the air, and then we'll.
Paula's agreed to swallow it next time.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. For unexplained, who knows what. Thank you, sir. Good to have you here today. When we come back, how to make sure that you're heating and cooling.